It's one thing for going to exam and your mind blank, you know, you just not nothing, you know, and it's another thing for going to the exam and you can literally say, you know, I have things in my brain, like it's a different feeling, you know, like 5 signs that you passed your CXC exams. And the first one is you actually have a good SBA. That's the first thing. If going into the exam you know that you have a good SBA, then you're already, I'm not going to say halfway there, but you're already there somewhere, right? So that's a good sign that you're going to pass the subject overall. So ensure, say, the SBA that you submit is actually a good SBA. Ensure so you know the SBA grade, because listen, people don't understand how an SBA can make the difference between a grade 2 and a grade 3 and a grade 1 and a grade 2. Because for me, when I did CSEC, and maybe some people know, maybe some people don't know, but when I did CSEC mathematics twice, right? Why did I do CSEC mathematics twice? So what happened was that I did CSEC mathematics when I was in grade 10, right? So I did CSEC math, I did CSEC English, and I did CSEC social studies in grade 10. I got a 1 in English, 1 in social studies, and I got 3 in math, right? No, that was one of the COVID years, I think, right? Anyways, during that year, what happened was that my SBA, let's just say something happened, there was an incident and all that stuff, right? But the point is that I had lazy group members, and the SBA that was submitted on behalf of the group was not a good SBA. And I was going through a situation, or let's just say a family matter, let's say that, right? So I was grieving at the time, and the point is that that bad SBA got submitted. I was in the grieving stage, and I had to pull myself out of grieving to go and actually redo the SBA. And by the time I pulled myself out of grieving and completely sat down and redid the SBA all by myself, the teacher was like, he's not going to take that SBA because blah blah, him don't mark the other one and he don't care. And me look at that SBA, I know it was a bad SBA, right? But because I was in that situation where basically a death happened in my family at the time, somebody very close to me, and I was grieving and I was down and depression and everything. And point is that in the end I managed, like, and when I say in the end, I mean like I think it was like late March, early April, and I contacted the teacher, and the teacher was like, he's not marking over no SBA for nobody. So anyways, from there, I knew going into the exam that SBA was garbage, that the man submit, right? And the grade submit was garbage, 100%. So anyways, I went into the exam and I did the exam same way, right? But the point is that sometimes teachers aren't considerate, right? This doesn't mean that all teachers are like this, but in that situation, and that's just me sharing my story, but point is that that grade for the SBA can really make the difference between you getting a grade 3 and you getting a grade 2. Right? Because for me, back then, me know for a fact say that SBA played a part in me getting that grade 3. I knew it played a part, because if me as a student can look at this SBA and say this is not a good SBA, right? But because of the situation and circumstances, and I was not accommodated, and the group members them weren't doing nothing either, right? So yeah, just note right here, the people we have in your group also play a part in the grade that you get. Just know that. Anyways, so having a good SBA grade means that you're on, it basically means you're on the right track to passing, to getting a grade 2, to getting a grade 1, right? So ensure that you have a really good SBA going into the exam. The next sign that you are going to pass your CXC exam is that you actually studied. Like, people don't even understand how important this point is, but you see, if you actually study and you know something going into the paper 2 exam, like, me not talk about paper 1 now, but imagine you knowing something going into the paper 2 exam. It's a good feeling. Like, if you go into the exam and be like, wait, I actually know about this, I actually know what going on the paper, like, yeah. So it's like, that's a really good sign, because if you took the time out actually studied for your exam, I tell you, it make a difference. Going into the paper too is one thing for going to exam and your mind blank, you just not no person, and it's another thing for going to the exam and you can literally say, I have things in my brain, like it's a different feeling. We're not like it's a different feeling. But that's a good sign that you're going to pass if you actually studied something. You get me saying? Maybe you never study everything, or maybe you never get to everything, but majority you did study. Like that's such a good sign that you're going to pass your CXC exams, like right then and there. So when you're going an exam, you won't be clueless. You'll be like, wait, me actually have something in my brain, me actually can, me know what I want, okay? Me know me I want. So that you actually studied is a really good sign. So far we said having a good SBA and actually studying put you on that path to passing, and even put you on that path for a grade 1 or a grade 1 with distinction, just like that already, right? Just like that. Now the next sign that you're going to pass is that you actually did past papers. So all the people who know them know say paper ones repeat like crazy. People's if you took people's advice, if you took my advice, and when teacher tell you say go watch some past paper video, or them tell you say go look on them past paper question with the multiple choice, and you did. Because for me, when I did CSEC in grade 10, I'm not gonna lie, I did skeptical, because I say what people mean question I repeat on paper. Like I'm glad to take them foolish advice. I'm glad. Because honestly, sometimes these days we don't even know what we believe. Because people tell we A and people tell we B. So sometimes they don't know what is true. And so for me, when me did the exam in grade 10, I think to myself, say, hold on, the questions I'm gonna really repeat, or people just a chat. Again, sometimes we love chat and then I know them a chat both. So anyways, me take them advice, and that is how I get my grade 1 in social and my grade 1 in English. Alright, so for social studies, I might tell you that if you watch the C6 social studies video, when you hear me tell you say 58 out of the 60 questions on that paper, I did see them before, best believe. Because literally, when we open that social studies paper 1 exam, what year that, 2020, 2020? I think 2020. And when we open that paper in 2020 and me open the paper, I say, well, on, literally, me have to turn back the page and look at the date, like the year on the paper, because I say, wait, this is a 2020 paper. And them are questions there, I watch them in a past paper videos and social studies with Sora's channel. So I say, oh wait, everything that's a repeat back. Listen to me. Imagine going into a CXC exam and you just in there smile. People say that girl that she crazy or what, but me I tell them I have to smile. Because me I say, look how God good, look on the question them I repeat all over 58 out of the 60 questions, me see them already. And me not gonna lie, like what happened there, me say me could have swear me get a distinction. Me could have swear for that social studies. But either ways, them just give me a grade 1. Because you know, so with the COVID thing, the entire grading and marking thing never did really so clear. CXC never really make it so clear how them assign the grades and such and such and such. But yeah, maybe some look at the discrepancies took place in like the COVID years, but me not saying about that. Anyway, imagine going into an exam and seeing the multiple choice questions before. Me I tell you, it's a good feeling. It is a good feeling. Me smile at the exam, me shade, me feel nice. Me walk out of the exam. If you want to see me now, take my pen and my pencil and me feel nice. Hello, me never feel so nice now at exam yet, because I see the questions and before, like, couldn't chat to me. Couldn't chat to me. Next sign that you're going to pass your CXC exams is if you went into that exam, right? And you could actually answer the questions. Now, if you don't do your exam as yet, here's what's happening. If you can do like practice questions for paper 2, because guess what? It's not a guarantee that the paper 2 questions they don't really repeat as often or as heavy as the paper 1 questions, right? So basically it's the same thing, but they rearrange the question and just fling it around and do a look at something. Right? So the chances of you seeing the exact question from a previous year is not as high. You cannot see it. You might look up on a 1 question repeat from maybe a 2013 or something like that, but it's not as high as the paper 1, because the paper 1 is basically the same question them I use every year. Them just have them bank and them shuffle and fling out some questions literally. But when I'm saying, if you do the practice questions, like for example, you look for all paper 2 past papers and you see the questions and you say, alright, I'm gonna do that question here, yes, yeah, do something like that. And you sit down and you answer the question and you say, but wait, I can answer this question. That's a good sign that you're going to pass that exam, because I tell you, if you can mash up those previous paper 2 questions, that means that you know something. That means you're going to write something on the paper 2 exam when you're going there, right? So you understand how everything plays a part in you getting a good grade, or you getting a grade 1, or you passing overall. So first, having that with SBA. So all who tell you say SBA don't mean nothing, or SBA no count, a lie them I tell, because it count towards a grade. And best believe that SBA can make the difference between a grade 1 and a grade 2 and a grade 2 and a grade 3. And it can make the difference with a grade 3 and a grade 4, aka 4, 5, and 6 mean you fail. Just know that. So don't watch people and them say, oh, SBA no matter or whatever, because I'm not telling no lie. As I said before, last year, not why me I said last year, Lord Jesus, when I was in CSEC maths the first time back then, and me tell you basically what happened with my situation and the SBA. I know the SBA never stay good. If me as a student can look and say this SBA is rubbish, imagine what the teacher go look on and read say. And yeah, either ways, the point is that the SBA counts. It can make the difference with you failing and with you passing and all that stuff. So ensure that you submit a good SBA. Ensure that you actually study for the exam, because we are going to write on that paper 2 them, and I know we are going to ready study nothing. Ensure that you actually watch past paper videos for the paper 1, because the questions do repeat. Just know that. You can also practice questions for the paper 2, just to build you up and so you know if you answer the questions, right? Because basically the format for CXC exams, they're usually the same every single year. The questions might be different, but the topics are the same thing, like shuffle. It's basically the same thing. So you can when you look at the past papers, especially for paper 2, you can say, oh, especially a subject like maths. Like me tell them I love using maths and even English. The questions are different, but it's the same format. The exam is the same format every year for the paper 2. So imagine you just going through some past papers or paper 2 and say, oh, okay, so you see they'll put this year, so you realize that there's a pattern. There's actually a pattern, so you can follow that. Watch your past paper videos for the paper 1. Listen to me. Ensure see the answers where the teacher them a pick. Especially social studies with stories channel. Ensure you look for the answer where them a pick, because that's very important. The answers that they're picking. Now let me see what else. As I said, ensure you have a good SBA and all that. So let's see, you have a good SBA. You go in the exam and actually know what to write on the paper, and this is if you're seeing this after the exam. So if you're going there and you actually knew what to write on the paper, that's a good sign that you're going to pass. You're going to get a grade 1, you're going to get a grade 2, and you're going to get a grade 3. And basically a grade 1 would basically mean you had a good SBA, you did well on the paper 1, you did good on the paper 2, grade 2 follow kind of the same pattern, and in grade 3 you fall along now and look at area, but it's still a pass, you're still passing, you still go through. But basically SBA, paper 1, paper 2 are what gives you your grade. Ensure so you do well on all 3, and if you do well on all 3, that's a really good sign that you're going to pass. Anyways, I hope that this helped you, and yeah, I hope that this helped. If you have any other questions, you can go ahead and comment it down below. And yeah, that's the end